A Jarrod Bowen hat-trick saved the day in Game Week 26, where a score of 65 points minus 4 has earned a rise up to 151k. There were few points on offer in defence, where Sven Botman inadvertently put the ball into his own net in a goal-mouth scramble, after Gabriel's header was saved from Bukayo Saka's delivery. Newcastle grabbed a late consolation goal with only their third attempt of the game. Kevin De Bruyne was the only letdown in a midfield full of goals, and the gamble on Bowen ahead of a Wolves midfielder could not have gone any better. He scored with all 3 of his shots against Brentford, having failed to convert any of his previous 13 goal attempts. Ollie Watkins was on target for a 5th time in as many matches, while Haaland's shot was parried to the feet of Phil Foden for Man City's breakthrough goal against Bournemouth. And Solanke came agonisingly close to equalising with a header that was saved on the line by Ederson. I've got an early transfer to tell you about, as we move on to the transfer plans for Game Week 27. Kevin De Bruyne goes down as a failed Double Gameweek punt after scoring a combined 2 points across his last 3 fixtures. There's a reasonable chance he returns to the starting lineup for the Manchester derby, but ongoing concerns over his fitness and minutes combined with a likely blank Game Week 29 have tempted me to part with the Belgian. Son Heung-min already has a confirmed fixture in Game Week 29 after Tottenham's FA Cup defeat to Man City last month. The South Korean has found returns in 4 of his last 5 Premier League outings, either side of his participation in the Asian Cup. Spurs will have had a 2-week break to prepare for the visit of Crystal Palace on Saturday. Newly appointed manager Oliver Glasner oversaw the Eagles' first clean sheet since Game Week 11 against 10-man Burnley last weekend. I decided that the outcome of the midweek FA Cup matches was unlikely to change my mind on this transfer, so I went ahead and made it early before De Bruyne dropped in price. Here's how the team is set to line up. Everton have scored a league-low 4 goals in the last 6 game weeks, so I'm opting for Areola ahead of Dubravka. Newcastle's previously impressive home form is now a distant memory, with 12 goals conceded in their last 5 at St James's Park. Pedro Porro remains an injury doubt after missing the defeat to Wolves with a muscle strain, but the extra week off has given him a fighting chance to be ready. Should he fail to recover, it'll be a toss-up between Botman and Doughty to come in from the bench. Arsenal's 6-match win streak has seen them concede just 3 goals, while restricting opponents to league-low totals of 48 shots and 2.5 expected goals. Sheffield United have failed to score in 3 of their last 4 matches. Aston Villa have kept clean sheets in 2 of their last 3 away matches, and face a Luton side that have suffered 3 successive defeats. Only Everton and Burnley have scored fewer goals than their 3 in that time. With 4 goals in the last 4 game weeks, Phil Foden trails only Saka for points among midfielders. Totals of 23 attempts and 10 shots on target are both leading numbers. Man United have shipped 14 goals in their last 4 league meetings with Man City. Lucas Paquetá's return from injury helped Jarrod Bowen put an end to his goal drought in spectacular fashion. He's scored 13 goals in 18 matches with the Brazilian this season, compared to just 1 goal in 7 without him. Everton are without a clean sheet in 4 matches, but only Man City, Brighton and Arsenal have allowed fewer expected goals in that time. With 5 goals and 4 assists across the last 5 game weeks, Ollie Watkins trails only Bukayo Saka for points. He's claimed a joint leading 9 big chances in that time, matched by only Haaland and Ivan Toney. In the same period, Luton have conceded a league-high average of 2.5 expected goals per game. Averaging 5.6 points across his last 5 matches, Dominic Solanke faces a Burnley side with no wins in 8. The Clarets have shipped an average of 2.8 goals per game in that spell, with only Newcastle faring worse. Erling Haaland has scored or assisted in 4 out of 5 matches since his return to the starting lineup in Game Week 23. In that time, the Norwegian has produced league best totals of 26 shots and 4.2 expected goals, but he's missed 7 of his 9 big chances. Meanwhile, Bukayo Saka has scored in 5 consecutive Premier League matches, becoming the first Arsenal player to do so since Olivier Giroud in 2015. Only Foden and Haaland have attempted more than his 24 shots in that time, and they've played 1 extra match, while only Watkins and Haaland can improve on Saka's 4.1 expected goals total. Sheffield United have conceded 27 goals since Chris Wilder took charge in Game Week 15, with only Brentford and Newcastle faring worse. So I'm leaning towards the Arsenal talisman for captaincy.